All right. So thank you, everybody who is watching with us tonight. I'm here with Jessica and Andy, who are Zane's parents, and we're here to talk to you a little bit about the fundraiser that we have going on and why we're doing this fundraiser, what this money is going towards, so that you kind of know what you're supporting when you get into it, and to give you some updates on where we're at with our fundraiser and where Jessica and Andy are at in their fundraising efforts. So to start off with our fundraiser, we are raffling off this Uniden 500 channel handheld scanner. I don't know if you can, whoop, but that's where it is. I just came in the mail yesterday, hot off the press. And so far we have sold, drum roll please, 27 tickets. So you have really good odds if you want to get in on this raffle. Now is a good time. I don't think I'm supposed to call it a raffle on Facebook though. They get all antsy about those things. So I'm just calling them scanner tickets now. I'm not calling them raffle tickets because they keep taking down my posts every time I say raffle. So selling scanner tickets where you could win this scanner. The tickets are $15 for one or $50 for five. So the 50 for five is a pretty good deal. Saves you a boatload of money and gives you 5 chances to win. So how much better than that does it get? So just to introduce these guys, Jessica, you are a former EMT with Essex Rescue, and you did that for a little bit of time. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yours and Zane's story?
Yeah, so I was an EMT on Essex Rescue for 3.5 years. I actually started out as Zane's foster mom, which was presented one time during my EMT class, actually. There was a NICU nurse in there. She was talking about, foster children and they needed foster families. And so I became his foster mom and then adopted him when he went up for adoption. He has been with me since 2014. He was 13 months old. And we've had kind of a roller coaster of a journey. I met my husband, and he's been his dad since, but I adopted as a single mom, and now we've formed kind of a family. And yeah.
Great. And so going back to uh, the issue that we have now. So I had seen your GoFundMe on Facebook, and of course, you and I have known each other for a long time. I had seen your fundraiser on Facebook talking about this eye condition that Zane has or has developed. I guess I don't know all the details about it. Do you want to give us a little bit of like the backstory on what the condition is that he has, and is if it's like a hereditary thing, or and also how maybe it impacts his life?
Yeah, so Zane has had some struggles over the last couple of years. He has been diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, and he also has sensory processing disorder. So some of his little quirky behaviors, as we call them, we've always related back to one of those diagnoses. And then recently, one of his OTs at his school noticed that when he was writing, which has always been a struggle for him, that his eyes weren't tracking properly. So when you write, your eyes usually move from like left to right, and they both work to move together. In Zane's, so his eyes move separately from anywhere from like a half a foot to 3 feet out from his body, he actually sees double vision. And so it's caused reading and writing to be really difficult for him. They also, when they were doing the testing, they figured out that Zane has no peripheral vision. So most people have somewhere around 120-degree like field of vision, and he has a 3-degree field of vision. So they said it was like look through a straw. And so it really just impacts him a lot. So he doesn't have a lot of body awareness. Like he has no idea how close he is in relevance to anything else. He's very clumsy. He tends to trip over a lot of things. But more than that, it really affects his school. So, like I said, his writing and reading, he is at a lower level for both of those. He's writing more at like a preschool level than he's going into the 3rd grade. He has a hard time with letter reversals. This kind of it's called convergence. so I always get it wrong. It's called urgent insufficiency. And so that causes a lot. It actually looks a lot like dyslexia. So he kind of like reads backwards, flips some of his words in reverse. So it really is a struggle for him with academics.
Yeah, I can definitely see how trying to read through a straw would be difficult. So we've kind of established, like what's going on and how it's impacting him. What kind of treatment has his medical professionals identified for him, and kind of like how does it work, and uh, how successful do they expect it to be? Like, how much did they think that it's going to help him long term?
Yeah. So we left there the first day with a prescription for glasses. And so he did get those, and those will help. We also left with a light for light therapy. So he does that for 15 minutes a day here at home. That is supposed to expand peripheral vision up to 20%, which is a big increase. And so this therapy that they're recommending, it's for 9 months, or 36 sessions. It's down in Latham, New York, which is about in 2 hour and 25-minute drive from us, one way. So it's like a 5 hour round trip. And basically the vision therapy, they work with like a bunch of different like prisms and I don't know, a bunch of things that I have no idea like the names or actually what they do, but they have a whole bunch of toys or tools. Um, and so he for like an hour and a half of vision therapy. And what it does is it strengthens those muscles. So essentially when the muscles strengthen, it'll pull his eyes back in to work together. So it'll strengthen them and kind of like correct that double vision. The peripheral vision will probably not be 100%, but it can increase it so that he's able to see more. And with the vision therapy, it's a 99% success rate.
Wow, so that's a pretty successful therapy. I'm actually really impressed to hear that the therapy
Yeah.
is so effective. So that's awesome. So when you found out about this therapy that Zane needs, and it sounds like it will really help him, because you have to consider that Zane is very young. He's trying to go to school, and he's dealing with all of these extra challenges at the same time. And his vision in particular would be extremely challenging to be successful in school while he's struggling with that and not really able to see very well. So this is obviously therapy that he needs. It's very vital for him to receive. When it was presented to you, what's the cost associated with this therapy that you are responsible for out of pocket?
So the vision doctor itself, because it's considered an elective therapy, even though they did give us a medical necessity note for our insurance company, the doctor's office itself doesn't take insurance. So they don't deal with insurance at all. It's the patient's family's responsibility to be reimbursed from it. And so it's a total of $7,020 that covers the 36 sessions of vision therapy. Um, it's we've really kind of done a ton of different research. We tried to get it to be able to be reimbursed from our insurance. We tried Zane's insurance and our insurance and vision and medical. We've really tried a lot of avenues. And unfortunately, because most people consider an elective therapy, it's not covered and it's not reimbursable.
Yeah, so I can only imagine that when you got that bill, that was a little bit of a shock. And I know that you started a GoFundMe, which has had some success, but it's not quite where it needs to be right now in order to achieve that $7,000 goal. And we did share that GoFundMe on our Facebook page. So if you are watching this live, or if you're watching it back after the fact, please check out our Facebook page, scroll through our posts, and find that GoFundMe. And we'll share it again the next time we share the scanner raffle, which will probably be shortly after this video. So you can contribute directly to the GoFundMe if you are interested in doing so. And we also are, as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, are raffling off this 500 channel handheld scanner, police scanner. So I know that you guys love following our page and getting all of your updates direct from us, but you could get it even minutes faster if you had your very own police scanner to listen to. So, and if you're not familiar with them and you need help programming it, I'll even program it before I send it to you. But we'll get you all set up with it. So there are instructions scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now with how you can get some raffle tickets. And in a few minutes, we're going to talk about some other ways. If you don't have Venmo or you're not comfortable using Venmo to sell tickets or to buy the tickets, then we'll offer some alternatives to you so that you can get in on that. And I also just want to let everybody know who's watching live that if you have any questions and you comment them, we will be able to see them and we can answer them for you. So if you have questions that you want answered before you donate or before you purchase your raffle ticket, please put them in the comments. We can see them and we'll definitely get to them. So I mentioned that you had the GoFundMe going. Kind of like what's your status with that at this stage? And how much have you been able to raise so far through the GoFundMe and other efforts? And kind of, I know that you said the total was 7,020 just for the therapy. Kind of what's your overall fundraising goal?
Yeah, so the GoFundMe at 20, I think we have a total of, I can't remember what's from the GoFundMe and what's came in through like checks or cash, but it's up to a total of $3,205. So total that we've raised, which is a big chunk of it, and I'm, so appreciative of everyone, that's even considering or has sent, cash or check donations. Really, I would like to raise the full 7,020, because it would just be a big weight. It's they're expecting the payment in a lump sum for services. If you do a payment, it goes up to like almost over $10,000 because they charge interest. So really just, aiming for that 7,020.
Yeah, which is really kind of a conservative goal because, like you mentioned earlier, also, your commute to go get his therapy. How often did you say that he has to go in person for his doctor's appointments? Was it once a week?
So they asked for once a week, but we have decided to do it. The goal is for him to have it once a week. They do have somebody that does it once a week, but they are booking, like there's a wait list for like 6 to 9 months out. So in the
Wow.
beginning, because it is such a commute, and with our work schedule, Zane is in a bunch of other service for other challenges. We're going to do once a month for the first, hopefully only 6 months. And then once we get into the Plattsburgh office, it will be closer, obviously, and it will be once a week then.
That's awesome. So, yeah, so 7,020 is really kind of a conservative goal when you consider the expense that comes with travel. So really, you're just looking for some assistance with the cost of the therapy itself. In the event that all of our amazing viewers decide that they would like to buy a raffle ticket and we exceed the $7,000 goal, any excess funds would, of course, be used for all of those travel costs associated with getting Zane back and forth to the appointments that he has and needs. So I did notice also in some of the posts that we did that there were a lot of people that were asking about what are some alternate methods that we could get tickets. I don't have Venmo or I'm not comfortable using Venmo. And so we do have some alternate methods that you can use if you want to get a ticket. Firstly, you can, of course, use the Venmo, which is at the bottom of your screen. You can send the amount for the number of tickets that you'd like to buy and just include your name, phone number, and email in the Venmo message. Make sure you send it as a private Venmo so that your contact information that you're putting in the message isn't out there for everybody in the world to see, unless you want it to be out there for everybody in the world to see. I guess that's on you. But so that's one way to do it, but it's not the only way. We mentioned that there is the GoFundMe that is out there. So if you want to get raffle tickets, you can make a contribution directly to the GoFundMe and then private message me your donation receipt from the GoFundMe to the Franklin County Fire Alerts Facebook page. And just give me your contact information, your name, phone number, email address, so that I can contact you if you win. And I'll issue you tickets that way. That's fine. And if you're not comfortable doing any form of online payment, you want to write a check or take a chance and send cash. I do have a post office box that you could send it to. You'd make your checks payable to Jessica Weatherby, and you could mail it to the P.O. box. Let me see if I put my P.O. box in here. I didn't put my P.O. box in here. So the P.O. box address will be on your screen in just a second. And so you can send them there also. And I will pass them along to Jessica. There's the address. So, but you're going to want to make sure that the check is made payable to Jessica, not to me. I don't need your money. This is all going to the fundraiser. So make sure that Jessica Weatherby is the person that you're making your check out to. And I think that that's kind of it. So like I said earlier, for raffle tickets so far, we've sold 27. So if you've already bought your tickets, you have at least a 1 in 27 chance. Many of you bought 5 tickets. So some of you have a 5 in 27 chance. And I'm not good at math, so I can't break down that ratio for you, but 5 and 27 is close enough for me. So that's your chance of winning. If you want to get in on the deal and have a chance to win this police scanner, it's for a really great cause. $15 for 1 ticket, $50 for 5, and we'll get you in. We'll get your tickets. So if you have any, concerns about how you're going to pay, how you're going to get tickets, message the Facebook page, reach out to Jessica. She can accept your money directly as well, and she'll just pass your contact information on to me so that I can put it in the book to make sure that you have your tickets and that you're going to have a chance to win. So if anybody watching has any questions, now is a fantastic time to ask them, because I am essentially out of things to say. But I will turn it over to Jessica and Andy for a few minutes. Do you guys have anything that you wanted to put out before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Not only for just kind of the moral support along this, I've had a lot of people, either, families or friends of friends or people reach out to us during this time, and for their donations. It's so appreciated. It took a lot for us to put our pride aside to even ask for help. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure that was difficult, but I'm glad that you did, because this is therapy that is very necessary for Zane. And I hope that by us getting on here tonight and plugging this raffle that we're doing, or this scanner ticket game that we're doing, Facebook doesn't like the word raffle, so I'm going to avoid it. So the scanner ticket game that we're doing, where you can buy tickets to win this scanner, it's not a raffle, it's a scanner ticket game. Hopefully it will help. So if you guys are watching this and you'd like to grab even 1 ticket, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, $15 out of 7,000, how much could it be? But we have 9,000 followers on this page. If half of you bought 1 ticket, we would far exceed the fundraising goal. Zane's treatment would be paid for, and transportation would be taken care of for at least a couple of months. So I really hope that you guys will consider purchasing 1 ticket, 5 tickets, 20 tickets. I'm not going to stop you. Buy as many as you'd like, and help us support this really awesome cause. So if you're watching this, thanks for tuning in with us tonight. Jessica and Andy, thanks for coming on and sharing your story and talking to us, helping us kind of get the word out there. And I hope to hear from a whole bunch of you very, very soon. So have a good night, everybody.